Diary of a D2D saleswoman. Okay, well, I'm gonna bet on a masculine opinion.
I don't know what has been in the motherfucking air recently, but I feel like more women are successful than more men nowadays. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I surround myself with like bad bitches, but like all the girls in my life, like they're investing in real estate, they're making Q money in sales, they run a business, and all the guys that we meet that are like our age are just not.
Okay, so yes, this is true. I'll explain the base reason why this is going on, and then we'll get a little bit deeper into it. So, for starters, girls making money is novelty. Okay, I know this sounds weird when I say it up front, but bear with me. Let me paint an example for you. When you're in college and you have a massive assignment to do, you're going to tell yourself, oh, I'll do it this weekend. I have Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's more than enough time to finish the assignment. Then what happens is you go out on Friday, you do nothing all of Saturday, maybe hang out with some friends or whatever. Then 3 o'clock on Sunday rolls around and you get this brilliant idea. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean my entire apartment. Then you go and you do a perfection cleaning job for the next 3 to 6 hours on your apartment. Now you sit there at 9 o'clock on Sunday after you finish cleaning and you say to yourself, oh, well, I couldn't do my assignment because I was cleaning all day and I'm really happy about that. The whole idea there is that people will always find a way to do anything but the thing that they feel they need to do. Cleaning the house is good once in a while, but the fact is, that assignment was way higher on the priority list than cleaning. You could have cleaned any time. You could have cleaned 2 weeks after. It wouldn't have really changed anything in your immediate life. You chose to do the cleaning because it's something that you don't have to do, but you can do, and it'll still accomplish something. In reality, all you did was just use the cleaning as an escape from doing what you should do, which is the assignment which is due on Monday. This is what it's like for girls chasing money. There's no actual expectation that they need to earn money. For them, it's novelty. Even when they don't earn money, they always know they can at least get a boyfriend or get some support from somebody. There's always someone there to take care of them. Even if it's not to the exact standard that they want, there's always at least something there. They're never on zero. For many of them, the career thing is just an escape tool to try to push away or delay the inevitable as long as possible. So to address the point as to why girls are working hard and guys aren't, let's make it really simple. Girls are perpetually enabled to escape nonstop. They can essentially do it all. They can do the career thing, and there's always a guy waiting around. Even if it's not the ideal guy, there's always a guy waiting around to pick up the pieces and to have the family when they choose on their terms. With guys, this is what they get to look forward to. I'm going to work, I'm going to do all this stuff, I'm going to try to generate all of this money. Half of it's going to get taken by the government, and the other half, my woman is going to feel entitled to. Obviously, you can't say anything about it because that's your role, buddy. Suck it up. You're supposed to do that. You're supposed to give me money, whether it's for my children or for my needs, to take care of me. You wanted this, didn't you? The funny part of it is it's unavoidable. Within a woman's subconscious, it always exists. When she brings a guy into her life, automatically that guy has to become some sort of provider to her. If he's unable to provide by whatever arbitrary standard exists, he starts to go down in value in her mind. When she gets the career, she now buys herself that freedom because now she doesn't owe a man. She would rather have her own career and the freedom than to be with a guy that she doesn't deem good enough to be with. So like I said, girls get to pick and choose and bounce back and forth to whatever they want. Guys have this narrow path they have to walk, and if they don't do that, they automatically get a bunch of shame. That was a bit of a rant, obviously, but I wanted to really address this fully and how I see it. Let's continue.
And I'm like, what? Like, not even trying to be like anti-guy right now, but I think it's like we should actually look into it. Look into the amount of homeowners, look into the amount of money in the bank account, the amount of degrees being earned. Like, the girls in my life are just doing so much more than the guys.
Is because you guys are perpetually enabled to escape as long as you want, and there's no shame attached to it. If he's 18 and doesn't have a job, he's called a bum. A man must produce. A woman electively produces. If you think about it from a human perspective, it's always infinitely easier to do something that you want to do instead of doing something that you need to do. Society needs women to produce children. Otherwise, obviously, we all die. Our birth rate is negative. Women get the luxury of not fulfilling their requirement, but then acting as though they're doing the right thing, and that men are the ones that aren't doing the correct thing. This is obviously going to be a very difficult pill to swallow for most people, but that is just the way it is. Men have always been designed to work. In trade for that work, they always got something. You can argue that now they get a lot less for that same work than they used to in previous times. And I'm not talking necessarily from a monetary perspective. perspective. Sure, you get a lot more bulk now. You can buy a phone, you can buy random things you don't need, but that core thing in your life, like a woman that respects you, for example, you don't get that anymore. So you're still expected to do all of the same work that your grandfathers did, but you get a lot less in return. And guys just don't see it as a good deal. Guys are logical enough to be able to compare and contrast what happened in the past, what their grandfather or their father did, and what they got versus what they have to do and what they're going to get. And they're just saying, this isn't worth it. This is why so many guys are unmotivated. I'm going to do all of this work, and what am I really getting? Society, of course, namely women, instead of looking at that and understanding that guys are struggling to find an identity, what they're doing is they're doubling down and saying that guys are the problem, only perpetually making the problem even worse. Essentially, girls are biting the hand that's feeding them. And how long this is going to last, I don't know.
And it's supposed to be flip-flopped. I don't know. But I think it's because, like, girls are finally realizing that, like, making money is fun. Like, I feel like for so long, girls were like, oh, like, you shouldn't want to make your own money, like, soft girl, whatever, blah, blah. But now girls are kind of like, no, money is freedom. Like, I want dollars in my bank account because I want to go to the spa. I want to go to dinner. I want to buy new outfits. I want to buy my dream car. I want to move out of the city. Like, and I don't know. I just, like, it's tea, though.
You're going to do all of those things, and you're still going to be lonely, and you're only going to realize this at the end of the path. And that's the problem. No one ever said that a woman can't do those things. Okay, they obviously can, they have been. The problem is it's spiritually corrupt in some way because you're acting so out of line to what you want to do. You've essentially been indoctrinated to think that this is the right path, and then you get to the end of it and you realize this is sort of pointless. So I've bought all my own stuff and now I'm lonely. This is just women being conditioned to be masculine and men being conditioned to be feminine. There are a lot of deeper reasons this could be happening, and I'll probably do a video about this at some point in the future. But for now, we'll just leave it at this. Let me know what you think the problem is down in the comments below.